Wait, are we allowed to curse on here?
Yes.
Yes. What is this show about?
Why was that a very like questionable yes? A lot. You guys know like half of my language is cursing, right?
That's fine.
All right. Who watches this? Does Ken watch this?
Would you be like this kid? Like, trying to learn something? My grandma watches this.
His grandma's cool, though.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
She's
say,
cool
his grandma's gonna be like, yo, never hang out with that girl ever again.
No.
I don't even want to see her at your house.
She might.
His grandma's cool.
Don't say that, Paul. This is gonna be very hard for me. Gotta keep it professional.
Alright. Dan, you should have like a live, like neon sign that you just turn on. I can pull everything on my phone. So,
Okay.
yeah, are you guys ready?
Let's go it.
I'm ready. Oh my god. Can I see myself? Oh, I see myself.
You guys are live right now.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Everything you guys are saying
Okay.
is in here downstairs.
Okay.
It hasn't started yet, right?
So,
It just started.
Yeah, we're live. Episode 14. Episode 14, our Christmas special with a very special guest, Christina.
Hello,
Christina
hello.
is part of our crew here. And yeah, Paul is downstairs literally making pizza. And we are having our Christmas party and podcast party
At the same time.
at the same time.
Because who says we can't do it both?
Yeah.
Everyone downstairs is like, probably like, what the fuck? Why,
Yeah.
why the fuck are they up here doing a fucking party?
Yep, but you know, hey, we brought the party up here. We are the party, Christina.
Exactly.
We have our apple juice, and we're good to go. Apple juice for legal purposes.
No alcohol.
No. So, yeah, no, it's really, really fun. Thank you for being here. As I
Thanks
said,
for having me.
Paul will be coming and going because he's cooking downstairs and cooking up a storm. Paul
Yeah.
makes everything like from scratch.
He's like, bro, I came in here and I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm at my grandma's house. He's like running around. He was like trying to set this up. And I was like, and he ran downstairs like, the pizza's burned. He's like, I never seen someone zoom downstairs so fucking fast in my life.
His Italian genes took over.
Yeah, he glided. He didn't even run down. I didn't even hear his steps down the stairs. He flew. Like, I'm convinced he jumped from like upstairs all the way downstairs just to get that pizza.
Floated. Muhammad Ali style.
Yo, I'm saying, I was
like
like, yo,
a butterfly.
glided
It's
downstairs.
like for pizza though. For pizza, I would do it
Pizza.
for pizza. I'd do it for the pizza.
I do it for the pizza. You know, actually, I'm not like a huge pizza person.
You're
but
not?
No.
I find
But
that
I
crazy.
hope Paul can like transform me into a pizza girl.
Transform.
I don't know. I've had bad experience with pizza. I don't even know if I should say it on here.
Oh my God.
Should we get into pizza? Is Andrew watching? Andrew, are you watching?
Andrew.
I know he doesn't want to hear this story.
Andrew's not even here.
Andrew's okay. If Andrew is watching, you're being flaky.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate that
Call
shit.
him out.
Every time we're gonna have like a little get together and Andrew's invited, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna come. No, don't worry, I'll be there. Doesn't show up.
Call him out.
I don't like that.
Call
That's
him out.
flaky. He's flaky like a pastry.
You see,
A good pastry.
we've had 14 episodes of moderately causing beef. Now we're causing beef.
Me and Andrew do have beef though.
From
From like the Twilight stuff. We have a bit of beef.
yes.
For those who don't know, he thinks, I don't know, like who watches this? Like how many people do we have on here? Like what area? It's like Canada, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know my Canadians know about Twilight.
Canadians know about Twilight.
All right, so because all you beautiful Canadians know about Twilight, I'm sure you guys know that between Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, like all those movies, New Moon is the worst one. And I know you guys know that shit. Because it's the
I
worst
agree.
one. It has only Jacob in it.
I
Hate
agree.
that shit. Jacob is like how do you want to get into it? But Jacob's like a huge gaslighter, okay? And a majority when your man brings you food,
My goodness.
I'm distracted.
Just distracted.
Wait, who made this?
Nertika.
Narthika, I love you. Shout out to Narthika. That's bae. It's good. Can I put it here?
Yeah, go
I
for
don't
it.
wanna- I'm not gonna be clumsy today.
We're on a family get together here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most family oriented
food.
podcast that we've
No.
ever had.
Carlos was like, you need to eat something because I'm drinking, but I haven't eaten since 10 a.m.
Yeah, but the apple juice shouldn't be affecting you that bad. 'Cause
No, it's only apple juice.
It's only apple juice.
It's only apple juice. No alcohol. We're good here. We're good students.
Yeah. Yeah, and I should say too, Nertika works with Paul and I. She's doing her master's, and she's almost done. When you leave, I'ma cry.
Don't cry.
I'll come
and visit. I'll come and visit, and we can like watch Twilight together while you're like running trials and stuff.
Yes.
I got actually to watch all of Twilight for me, all of the entire series of Twilight.
She did.
It's something I still haven't gotten my boyfriend to do.
I only saw the first one before you told me, and then I watched back the first one. I was like, okay, this is good.
But a long time ago.
A long time ago.
If you drink
yeah.
that, look, Paul's cat is trying to drink my apple juice. Girl, if you drink that, you're...
It's gonna be apple juice cat after that.
Paul's not gonna like me anymore. He's gonna be like, you need to get out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I watched through, and I agree. I agree that the second one, that was the only one I fast forwarded through. I was like, oh, this is rough.
I told you, because it's literally like, okay, for those of you who haven't watched Twilight, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go on like a quick little rant about it, but if you have watched the entire series, you know New Moon is terrible, because a lot of, I'm a little bit of a spoiler, like, a lot of it is revolved around the second main lead guy, Jacob, and Bella. And basically, Edward, he's gone for whatever reason. I'm not going to spoil too much, but he's gone. And a lot of it is just like...
The movies have been out for a while. You can spoil it.
Yeah, okay. So basically, this motherfucker, Jacob, thinks he's the shit. He's like, oh yeah, like Bella's boyfriend left. She's like super depressed. So, like, no, I'm going to jump in and get my chance. If anybody knows anything about relationships, that's the worst way to do it, is to jump in like when a girl is like at her lowest low. And
right.
so he kind of, even though I will say Jacob did, I'm talking about him like I fucking know this guy.
Yeah.
But I have watched the movie, so I do know him. But he's like, he did jump in at a time that she needed him, because like their friendship was essential, because she like tried killing herself a couple times, like unaliving herself, I should say. Mm-hmm. She was like pretty depressed when Edward left. She was like, because she was super obsessed with Edward, who was the vampire, the main guy she's like supposed to fall in love with. And so Jacob comes in. And, like, the reason I didn't like it was because I don't like Jacob as a character. I feel like he, like, gaslit her a lot and, like, kind of told her the way she should feel. And so the entire movie was literally just that. He would, like, get pissed off at her, like, run away, like, shirtless or whatever. And, like, be like, oh, you're supposed to love me, Bella. Like, we're meant to be together. Even though, like, later on, spoiler, he, like, ends up with her daughter, which is even weirder to me. It's like, you were in love. Like, if I found out that that, like, this guy I'm dating had, like, a huge thing for my mom prior to me... Renesmee, girl, run. Because that is a big red flag right there. That guy's just all sorts of messed up. Anyways.
But I'm on board with you that you do not get involved in relationship things with someone when they're at their lowest low. If they need a friend, that's one thing. Yeah. You befriend, you be friendly, you do all that stuff. Do not get into relationship-y stuff, because... Ooh, you gonna get friend zoned.
That's what I'm saying. And like, he did. He got super friend zoned. Well... Kind of. They had a thing. I don't remember if they kissed. Did they kiss?
Yeah.
Okay, they kissed. Oh man, see, but like Bella's also a messed up character. Like, she didn't do it right. Like, if I had the chance to be Bella and like be with Edward, like, oh my god, I'd be as loyal as a dog. Like she just didn't. She was like confused, and
I think that was Jacob's problem.
Yeah. No, yeah. And like Jacob tried to take advantage of that, and obviously he kind of succeeded. Like, she kissed him, but like he didn't succeed, because she was like, as soon as she knew Edward was still out there, she was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going back. I'm going back to the original vampire dick. That shit's good.
Yep. No, because I'm like, and that was my problem. I told you this. Yeah. Bella, my least favorite character.
For sure.
In the whole thing.
For sure.
Which makes, I think, for people who want to watch Twilight, that makes it difficult.
It makes it hard. And see, like, that's why I understand, like, a lot of people, like, when they hear about Twilight, they're like, oh, like, I don't really like the movie. Like, I feel cringy the entire movie. I get it, because Bella sucks. Her character is terrible. What?
We got the peanut gallery downstairs.
Yeah, and I heard that Jacob is like the favorite one. Untrue.
That
is untrue. Those are not facts. Those are
fake
solely
news.
Opinions.
Fake
news. The only thing that is fact is that Edward is the best, and Edward is endgame. Edward and Bella are endgame. Even though I don't like Bella, I wish I could like change it for somebody else. I wish instead of Bella we had like Alice as like the main girl.
Oh, I agree.
I would watch that shit every day. I would watch that shit every day.
I like that.
Yeah, because like Bella's so like mundane, and like she's like she doesn't know what she wants, and then she like suddenly knows what she really wants, and then she's like super desperate for like that vampire dick that she's like willing to. It's true. She's like, yeah, like I want to marry you so bad. Like,
well, it is sparkly.
It is sparkly. It's like a shiny dick.
Yeah.
It's a shiny dick, and you know what? That's all she saw when she thought of Edward. She was like, I want that sparkly dick inside of me.
Yep.
And you know what? She got it.
It worked
She got
out.
it. She like, yo, I don't know if you remember like in Eclipse. I know we're like going on a rant about. We're gonna get off topic about this, but
Yeah.
we're like gonna talk about Twilight the entire time.
Twilight the whole time.
Yeah.
Welcome to
I
Twilight
will.
Christmas
I
tree.
will. Yeah, literally. Why are we? This is like October. We should have been talking about this. But for like I don't know. I could go on a whole rant about Bella, but like basically her character's just super boring, and then like she suddenly like knows what she wants, and like she kind of like. What's the word like when you try to tell someone to do something? Like, you give them an ultimatum. She kind of gave Edward an ultimatum of like either you marry me. No, Edward gave her the ultimatum like either. Oh no, he said I'm not gonna turn you into a vampire, and then she was like, all right, but I at least want to have sex with you. And then they were like, he was like, all right, but like I'm like super like not into like having sex before marriage. Completely understood. And so she was like, all right, then let's get married. And he was like. Are you down?
Bet.
And she was like, I'm down.
Bet.
And like that was it. And they had like that whole scene in Breaking Dawn where like they had sex and they like broke the bed. And it was like it went from like a very PG kind of thing to like very like rated R kind of.
Yeah, X-rated.
It was very extra, and like especially for my time, I'm like surprised my mom even let me go and watch that. and it's hard to grow out of that too, because it's like Edward's honestly not the best character either. Like Jacob and Edward like are pretty bad examples of like your relationships that you should be having. They're pretty toxic.
Exactly, but also I'm upset because I'm like unrealistic expectations.
No.
I'm like I will sorely disappoint
No.
you. Okay, this is.
Actually, it's like I ain't no Edward, all right? I ain't got no sparkly dick.
this is not how this is about to go down, okay? And I was like, my generation, that was like 6th, 7th grade, and that sort of thing. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Like they're expecting that.
Yeah, and like the
How
thing
am I
is, like,
supposed to bounce back from
they
that?
filmed that when like they were like around college age. Except I think Kristen Stewart was like 17, so she was like around like high school age. Well, that's like high school senior age, but still, like the expectations they set for like relationships.
My voice is cracking.
Yeah.
I
He was,
didn't expect it to break
he
a
was,
bed.
He
Come
actually
on.
was like, I'm like yay high at this point.
I'm like,
Edward's
oh,
up here,
good
I'm all the way
Lord.
down here.
I'm like, dang.
But like honestly, like their expectations, their expectations for men were very high, and also like the expectations that they, or like kind of like what they made it seem like a relationship should be is not a healthy one. By all means, like I do not want a relationship. Like I watch the movies now because like I like it. It's like nostalgic for me, but I do not want a relationship like Edward and Bella. It's so like there's a lack of a lot of like communication, and like Edward's kind of toxic in a way, not as toxic as Jacob, which is why I'm not Team Jacob, and I never will be.
Yeah.
Period. That's it. We're done talking about Twilight.
Segueing off that though, what would you say most important quality in a relationship?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Shit.
If you had to pick one, obviously it's never just one thing.
Right.
But what would you say is the most?
Like in my person, or for the both of us to have?
For both, for the relationship to
For the
have, which
relationship?
quality?
Oh, ooh, that's so good. That's a really good question. And so like I don't want to be basic and be like honesty, trust, like, but for me it's communication. Like if the two people can communicate really well,
Right.
I think that's what's really important, because with communication comes like a lot of like, okay, you guys can't lie to each other. And if you do, you have to tell each other, hey, I lied. You know, you have to be honest. If there's a problem, like, and also you kind of have to understand your partner, but if there's a problem in your relationship, you guys have to like be able to communicate that. And if you have a partner who has a hard time doing that, like immediately after, like, so for example, like I've been with my boyfriend, for those of you who don't know, my lovely boyfriend, which we will soon be engaged. I don't know when. This is not an engagement ring, by the way. This is not an engagement ring, all right? This is my ring. I had to buy this for myself. But anyways, been with my man for 8 years now. He's the love of my life, and I know I will be with him forever. And we know that. We're like very confident in our relationship. But of course, like any other relationship, like we do have our issues, and like we do have to like communicate, right? And I feel like our biggest thing that we had to learn about each other, and we're still currently learning, is if you get into an argument, for example, right? The last thing that you want to do is, like, if you have like a partner who like doesn't talk. God, Paula, I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm like hearing her like communicate. I'm like, ugh. Love you, Paula. Shout out to Paula. That's
Shout
my
out to
homie.
Paula.
That's the love of my life. That's the other love of my life. I have Carlos and I have her. She's the love of my life. Yo, this shit is delayed.
They're watching the stream downstairs and it's on a delay.
It's
So
delayed as fucking. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, wow, that was really loud. I'm sorry for those of you who are wearing headphones.
yeah.
But anyways, like what I was saying is like when you get into a relationship, Paul, come on up.
Paulito. You're not teaching them to behave down there.
Yeah, you're not doing a good job.
Yeah,
You're not being
come
a
on,
good
it's
Italian
really-
grandma.
I'm cooking.
You are. He is cooking. Paul, you look like you're like beat. You look like you want us out of here already.
No, there's just like 30 things I gotta do.
I know.
Wanna sit here?
He's like the
You have a
last
second?
thing I want to do is tell all these college students to like shut up.
Yeah.
Completely.
Keep them in
understand.
line, Paul.
Yeah, keep him in line, Paul. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just completely kick him out. Get the fuck out.
But actually, this is a good time to bring up because Paul's here. Just to say is that part of this whole Christmas stream special, I don't know if Christina knows this as well.
Shit.
We are doing a donation stream actually for a mental health awareness charity called Damn Worth It. DAM Worth It.
Damn worth it.
Right? Actually, it's one of my boys from high school. He's putting it on. Unfortunately, lost his cousin to suicide in July this year. And, he's doing an art and fashion show in downtown Fort Lauderdale on the 18th of December.
Shit, that sounds nice.
So you can follow our link on the Facebook page. And all the details are there, how to buy tickets. And if you're not around here, you can still donate and not buy tickets. All the proceeds go towards this fund, Damn Worth It, which is there to support mental health awareness for athletes. So my boy was doing a really good job, and I was like, he's 4 or 5 years younger than me.
That's insane.
He took
That's
such
insane.
initiative, put this whole thing together.
Yeah.
One of the artists he has at the show got a painting that Chelsea FC, the football club in England, bought one of his pieces of art to put up in their locker room.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's crazy.
He's fine. How old is he?
He's the artist. I'm not sure how old he is, but
Oh shit.
um,
Oh my God, I saved that cat.
oh, the podcast does know about Yin. So for those of you who remember Yin, the little cat, the little kitten that we have, Christina's the one that found her and brought her to the lab and gave her
It
to
was
Paul.
this beautiful face that got that cat. That cat was like, oh wow, that's a beautiful human. And I was like,
Ye-
I snatched her. No, it wasn't me. It was Carlos who grabbed her. Manhandled her. She was like between like these two Tesla ports, like the charging station.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, she's so big now. It's insane.
She
was
is.
like this. You were like this. You don't remember me for
She's
shit.
a little,
She just ran
she's a
away.
little
She was
peanut.
like, I don't give a fuck.
She
about
ran
who you
around.
are. But that's awesome. Damn.
So yeah, no, it's a really great cause and that sort of stuff. So please, please, please donate and show your support. It'd be really great. As I
Yeah,
said,
donate.
it's Christmas time. It's like
Yeah.
season of giving, all that stuff. And Paul and I are gonna be there. You have to buy your tickets. I bought my tickets.
Yeah, you gotta buy your ticket. What are you doing?
How to buy tickets.
You're
I'll show ya.
slacking. You know how to buy tickets.
You gotta go on the link on the Food God and Other Potpourri Facebook page. And
Actually,
then
can't be doing everything.
come
right
on,
here.
man! I put the team on my back.
Yeah, come on. He's carrying. He's like falling down, carrying everything on his shoulders.
You know?
Damn it, Paul.
But
Shit.
at least he has good food.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
I can't complain. No, Paulito. So Paul and I are gonna be there. Christina, you're more than welcome
yes,
to come.
I will come if I have literally nothing in my schedule.
Yeah, 18th is a Saturday. Super fun. So
Oh, the 18th is my brother's graduation. Graduates from UCF. Shout out to UCF.
UCF. What's their thing? Spartans or something? Knights.
Nights.
UCF Knights.
Nights.
That
What
is
are you
our. That is our. That is the mascot.
Someone's manhandling the camera right now.
It's an earthquake. Yeah.
But damn, that's awesome. Yeah, donate if you can. Anything helps. We know during the pandemic it's been rough. A lot of us don't have a lot of money these days, but I think anything helps.
But
It's always good to
mental
give back.
health took a heck of a hit.
Yes.
during the pandemic,
for sure.
man. Oof.
For sure. Oh man. The pandemic it's weird. It's a blur. It's crazy to think that we're entering 2022.
Yeah.
that crazy?
The after times.
Yeah.
But it's really, really great. So it's great to have you on. But
Thanks.
yes, we are promoting that as
Kicking
part
me
of
off
that.
already?
No. we
Sounds like an outro. He's like, it was great to have you on. Get the fuck out.
yeah.
Get out
Leave.
of here already.
No, but that's our big Christmas thing. Because it's like,
That's
we're a
super
podcast
nice.
and we have 100 followers on Facebook. Over 100 followers, so that's nice.
100 followers.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Hopefully not all of you are watching. I don't need like 100 people watching me. The last thing I need is like 2 people watching me. That's already a lot on me.
No.
Even though like I'm pretty, you know, I'm like pretty talkative.
But that's what I like. It's like to your point on communication for relationship. I like
that's
keeping
right.
it real. I like keeping it real.
how you segued back to
See?
that. I'm not done talking about it.
Yep. It's
Carlos thought I was done talking about it. I'm
yeah,
not done.
yeah, you got to keep it real, and
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of that.
Yeah, so yeah, like I was saying, like communication is really important, but like also what I noticed is like when you're in a relationship, the 2 people, you have to like understand each other, right? So for example, like me, like if we get into an argument, me and Carlos get into an argument, I like the problem to be resolved like right away. Like I'm a huge like, all right, like let's squash this right now. Like I want nothing. I don't want there to be any like tension. Right, and I don't like that because like I don't like having problems with people. I like period, especially like someone I really care about. But I had to learn that Carlos does not work like that. He does not like that. He needs like space and like time to like really think about like, okay, what happened? Like, how should we go about this now? And like just process all of it. Whereas like I'm very like, I want to solve this right now. Like I don't want there to be any issues. And so like in the beginning of our relationship, when we would get into arguments, like I would do like this whole thing where like, oh, God, I would like annoy the shit out of him, right? Like after we got into an argument, I'd be like, okay, you want to talk about it? Like let's talk about it. Like I don't want this like in the air anymore. Like and he would just be like he wouldn't talk, and I'd be like, why aren't you talking? Like why aren't you talking? And like I kind of realized that it was because the way he processes arguments are different than the way I do, and so we had to communicate that obviously, and so now we know like when we get into an argument. We have to give each other at least like 10 minutes of space before we come back and like we talk about it and like reassess the situation, be like, okay, like how can we move forward from this?
Yeah, but I give you all credit that it's not just that you communicated that to each other, but that you have the patience to figure that out together.
Right.
Because I think that's part of it where, you know, people are like, oh, I see that you're there and that I'm here.
Yeah.
And but do it my way. One tries to usually overpower the other.
That's a huge problem. Like I see with like a lot of my friends is like in their like from what they've told me, and I'm obviously not gonna name any names, but like a lot of my friends, especially like when I was back at UF, like I had this one friend, like she would have like a lot of issues with her boyfriend, and like a lot of the issues were like she would just want, and she's a great friend, like amazing friend, but, like she really just wanted like, oh,
bring it
yes.
a little closer.
Hello.
Yeah.
ASMR. I'm gonna do this whole entire thing in ASMR. She really just wanted.
Yeah.
She really just wanted attention. Oh, we should do ASMR. I'm gonna no. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Some people would
no.
probably hate that.
Yeah.
I know Paola would hate that.
Oh my gosh.
She hates like when like the chewing noises. But anyways,
I can't do it.
I can never.
Ah.
And I will not do that to you guys. Except I kind of do like crunching noises. Is that weird? Is that like a weird thing to like? I'm kind of like I hate ASMR. Like I hate like the mushing noise, but I kind of like the crunching noise. It's like a satisfying noise. But what was I talking about?
Relationship stuff, and that you had this friend in UF. That,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So like I kind of realized like basically like the gist of their issue is like she kind of wanted like a lot of the things in her relationship to go her way, right? So like she didn't really want to meet halfway, and I feel like that's a huge issue is like compromise, especially like when you're young and like you get into a relationship, like that's normal, like you're not used to having like that, having to like compromise on a lot of things. Like you're kind of at that age where it's like it's kind of all about me. And luckily like I know I definitely was like that, like especially like in my preteen era.
Preteen era.
It's like I have a fucking album.
Yep.
It was during that era. But like especially during that time in my life, I was kind of like very selfish, and like everything was just about me. And then like as soon as I met Carlos, I realized like shit, like life does not work like that. Like it's not all about me. Like I can't just always be thinking like about things for myself. Which is why it's a great idea to donate.
Yeah, but
not me guilt tripping your viewers to donate.
But I think that's why like we're in a field that's so educationally driven that people are like,
Yeah.
this is my next step, this is what I want to do, this is my next profession, and this is progress educationally. But it's really important, like for me, like I try to tell people, I'm like, hey, take time to do things like find out who you are in a relationship,
Right, yeah.
find out those parts of yourself, because they teach you those lessons in a way that nothing, in my opinion, nothing else will.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you know, that actually kind of like, I'm kind of curious now. So, you know how like I said, like I've been with Carlos for a very long time. I've been with him since like he's my first boyfriend, my first everything, right?
Wow.
And so, yeah, I know. So boring. I'm kidding.
No.
It's quite lovely.
Yeah.
It's like the last thing
It's
I ever
not
have to stress in
common.
Yeah, like, gosh, like, actually, we do have a lot of people from our high school that, like, they've been together just as long as we have.
That's
Which is insane. I think
awesome.
there's like some sort of voodoo going on in that high school.
yeah.
But I actually have a question for you. So, I know you've been, like, in a couple of relationships. So, I'm kind of curious, like, what's a bigger red flag to you? A higher body count or a higher relationship count? Right?
Equally, I think either, because I think that at some point it's like bike, like I'm like, yeah, depends, because to me it's like, why then for a body count, right?
Right.
And then the high relationship count is like, okay, if a lot of that stuff happened in high school and then they haven't, like I've met people who it's like they dated a lot in high school
Yeah.
and they didn't date anyone for a while and now they're trying to get back into it.
Right.
I'm like, okay, that didn't count, right? Like you dated people for 2 weeks back in high school. Like, I don't care. But if people are like out there and they have a lot of relationships and then just,
Right. Like
I'm
they
like,
jump from one to another.
nah, bro.
Isn't that a red flag?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
I
like,
don't know.
it's like, look, I'm sure all those guys weren't perfect, but there seems to be a common thread.
Right. And
Which
it's like,
is
and,
now-
it makes you wonder, like, do those people who, like, have a high relationship count, who, like, go from, like, one relationship to another, like, do they have those people, like, on speed dial, you know, like, ready, like, all right, on to the next, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm like, okay, like, body count, like, I'm all about, like, you know, like, expressing yourself and, like, exploring your sexuality and, like, all of that. Like, I'm huge, like, pro for that. Like, I think that's super important. Of course, like, the way you go about it is also very important.
Yes.
So, like, I would never, like, judge anyone for that. But, like, a high relationship count, like, that stuff makes me, like, kind of wonder. Because I do know people who, like, they're, like, in one relationship to the next. Like, it's on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. I hear Paolo's just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like, they're on to the next. And, like, it just makes you wonder, like isn't that a little bit worse than, like...
Yeah, no, because it's like, okay, worst thing, high body count. The worst thing you're expressing is herpes at the end of the day. Okay? It's
Got a little bit of mono, but, you know, whatever. It's just a sexually transmitted disease.
But for relationship count, I feel like that really informs as to, like, who you are, right?
Right.
But the thing is, I think that regardless of which, when you finish a relationship or that sort of thing, you need time for you.
I'm
You
saying.
need
Facts.
but you need to, like, have that time of self-reflection, because if it didn't go right, there's a reason for that.
Right.
Which is probably partly on that other person, but also partly on you, which also
Exactly.
means you need to reflect and understand and do that stuff. And I'm
Right.
like, if you don't take that time and you just go from one to the other and you're skipping stones, then it's like, well, are you really going to learn? And is your next relationship going to be more successful? Or are you going to run into that same
Yeah.
issue again?
And it also makes you wonder, like, how much did that relationship mean to that other person?
Yeah.
Like, if you're just able to, like, go from, like, one relationship to the next, like, were you really heartbroken? Or, like, and it also makes me wonder, like, is that a method of moving on? Like, see, like, these are things I don't know. Like, there are a lot of, like pros to, like, you know, like, being...
I'm not old enough to listen to this.
Why? Paula says she's not old enough to listen to this. Why? Why wouldn't you? It's because we're talking about sex. We're talking about sex. It's a little bit Christmas special, more like the sexy special. More like Open your present, baby.
Santa baby.
Santa baby.
Coming down the chimney tonight.
Merry Christmas. or Happy Hanukkah. If he's Jewish.
If he's Jewish. L'chaim.
Or
It's-
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. Oh my
You're
gosh.
getting a gift tonight.
You're unwrapping your babka.
Paula
It's,
just made this 10 times worse.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I'm not. This is too much.
Oh my
Now it's too
goodness.
much.
Now
we're-
it's too much.
Now we're
Now
getting
it's
a little too much.
It's but yeah, no. But I think that for relationships, you know, and to each person teach their own. But you have to take that time. If a relationship isn't teaching you something about yourself and how you interact with other people, you ain't doing it right.
Yeah, that's what and also it's like, why are you getting, like, do you even like the person you're getting into a relationship with, or do you just not like being alone?
Right.
That's also another thing. Like, that I do know a couple people, like, who don't like to be alone, and, like, I've
Facts.
never, and don't get me wrong, like, some of them have ended up in, like, very successful relationships, so, like, it worked out for them, but, like, I know, like, there are some people who, like, they are just constantly in a relationship, like, constantly. Like, they're broken up, and then, like, a week later, they got somebody else, and it's just like, how the fuck are you doing that, and why are you doing that? Like, it's just, like, human psychology to me is just so interesting, like, things like that.
Yeah, loneliness is definitely, whether it's in the context of the pandemic or relationships or whatever, however you take it, like, loneliness is a really interesting parameter that people deal with very differently. For me, it's been, I grew up in a very spiritual household where, you know, when you have, like, yogis and mystics and so on that go up in the mountains and be by themselves and
Yo, is that why
meditate.
your dog is named Yogi?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? I need to educate myself. Pizza!
Cheese pizza?
We got pizza delivery
Oh my
by the
gosh,
one
this
and
looks
only.
good. The grandma.
Mm-hmm. I had a bit of cheese on the
Italian
side.
grandma.
For the camera?
We got pizza.
Look at my pizza. Pizza. I have a really good story about pizza. I don't know if I should tell it on here. Are your viewers, like, down to hear? I don't know if Paolo wants to hear it again. I don't know if Andrew wants to hear it again.
The Domino's.
It is a Domino's pizza store.
That's the only pizza story I have, Paul.
Alright, let's not. That was appropriate.
You don't know if your grandma would like that
The
one?
viewers get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
next
true,
time on the
that's true.
podcast we'll go
Next
through
time I'll
that.
talk about it.
The-
Everyone's in the comments gonna be
legend-
like, tell me about the
legend
Domino's.
can grow from now until the next time Christina's on the podcast.
Tell me about the Domino's.
Yes.
You know what? I'll give the viewers what they want. I'll tell them next time.
Yeah, exactly.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Not this time. Actually, this time you guys should donate.
Yeah. Donate.
I'm like plugging this
You're
donation
plugging
so
it
hard.
so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Tell the story Andrew's watching.
No.
Andrew, you're not watching, you liar.
Yeah.
If Andrew's watching, he better.
He's
he better-
gaslighting like Jacob.
Yeah, if Andrew's watching, first of all, why aren't you here? Period. I don't know why you're not here. I was like ready to have a whole like discussion with Andrew about Twilight, by the way. I really was. Like, I actually did some more research on new moon and eclipse and all of that, and like I'm ready to like I have like more pointers to like bring to Andrew.
You've got your argument.
Because
Paulito,
Paul, you're.
come join
Oh
us.
my gosh, I
Join-
have so
no,
much
come
food
sit here.
now.
I'll scoot down.
Baby, you want some pizza?
Paul is joining us on the couch. Go for it, Paulito. Do what you can. We're getting Paul back on the
I have a whole
podcast.
feast here. I have like pasta.
You have pasta, pizza?
I feel like I'm at my grandma's house.
Yes.
Manja.
Manja.
Is that what I'm supposed to call you?
No idea.
No. Manja is like great or like eat. Go ahead.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I was about to start calling you Manja. Manja.
You call him Nona.
Nona.
Nona. Thank
You're
you,
my
Carlos.
My boyfriend.
Carlos is
He's such a man.
Carlos is coming in clutch with the adjustment there.
Yes, take the pizza. Take it.
There you go.
Take pizza. But you gotta save some for me.
Plugging this in, I'm gonna turn this down.
Get out! No, I'm kidding. This is totally not my podcast to be saying those things.
Go
Get
for
out
it.
of here.
Get him, Christina. Get him.
Get out, Paul.
Alright, I think my mic should be working now.
Yay!
Yeah,
Paul.
I think they got
Is
you.
it working?
I haven't sat in this
Yep.
chair at all.
There you go. Yeah, Paul's in the chair.
Captain's chair.
Captain's chair. I usually sit in that chair. I'm on the couch now.
Actually, it's like
You've been demoted.
I usually sit on that chair.
I usually sit on the chair.
Just so everyone knows.
So everyone knows.
Ready? Full speed ahead.
Yeah.
So everyone can know their place in this house.
Yeah. We were just talking about loneliness.
Yeah. Paul, tell me about your loneliness. Are you lonely? I should have said it like that. No, wait, hold on. Are you
Savage.
lonely? Are you lonely?
Not really, no.
Savage.
You're not lonely ever?
I can not. Sometimes I can live on my own pretty
Right,
well.
but I'm not talking only about like relationship lonely. Like, are you ever lonely? Period. Like, do you ever have those feelings of like, fuck, I feel so fucking lonely right now? Paula says you're not lonely.
You've got her.
She says you have her. Paula,
Paula
you know,
got a boyfriend.
Paula always be talking up like everybody here, and like I love her the most. I'm like a huge Paula stan, and she never be like, oh, Christina,
No,
like,
she never reached out
like
to
she
you.
never be like Paula.
She'd never
like,
appreciate
She never be like
you.
Christina's like the best. Like I love her so much. Like no, like I'm always a huge Paula
agree.
stan, and she's always like, yeah, whatever, but Paul.
No
But Paul's the
appreciation.
shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking love Paul.
No appreciation.
Well,
I get
and-
it too. I just
So-
get abuse.
Occasionally,
Oh
abuse.
yeah. Definitely,
abuse
definitely gets the
So-
bad end of the stick with Paula.
I would say to answer your question, I'd say occasionally, but like, I have cats around all the time. Like, doesn't make me feel lonely when I have pets.
Okay. So you're saying like the way that you are able to like not be lonely is because you have cats. Like your cats are like kind of like what keep you from being ever feeling lonely. Even if you have like a little bit of loneliness, you're like you just go pet your cat and like you're good.
Yeah,
Shit, not me.
I don't.
Because like even though I'm in a relationship, like
That was flour. That was flour.
what was flour?
Is it too much
Or
flour?
they meant literal flour. Can I pet you now that
Where's the flour?
I thought it was ricotta at the bottom of the plate, so I ate it.
No.
And it was flour.
Damn.
No, there's
You
no
just be eating straight
ricotta on that
flour.
pizza.
No, at the bottom of the plate.
Oh.
And it was sticking together, and I was like, oh, it's gotta be ricotta, and I just ate it. I was like,
Just eat an entire thing of flour.
nope, it was flour.
You're like dry heaving the entire time.
I don't know. I don't like crave human contact at all. Like you can
Ever?
ask them. When we went into quarantine,
It doesn't.
like
Nothing?
a few months into quarantine, they were all freaking out because they haven't seen anyone. And like I hop on the Zoom call that we're having, and I was like overjoyed, and everyone else was just depressed as fuck.
Oh, what the? Yo, it's just, sometimes I wish I could be like that, cause like you guys know, like I'm a huge like people person. I love
Yep.
people. I like talking. I talk too much sometimes. I talk out of my ass. Like I don't think before I speak.
Hello.
And like so either like I like make friends through that or I don't make friends through that.
why
Like
you're
it's
on the
either like you like me or
podcast.
you don't. Right. That's why I'm here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm not doing it.
I'm
not gonna
I
do
was
it.
waiting for it.
Not-
We
not
can do it.
gonna
I'll do it at
happen.
the same time.
No.
Well, we should do. Can
You know
guys,
why?
Do you guys like edit videos? You
Yes.
guys could like edit an intro of just.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You haven't had any apple juice, that's why.
That's why.
Yeah.
You haven't
I've
had
been-
your cats are actually trying to get my apple juice.
I've been doing a lot this afternoon, so
Yeah, he's like been an Italian grandma.
yes.
I feel like so loved in this house. And I just stepped in, and the first thing I went to was alcohol.
Apple juice.
Apple
Juice.
juice. Are we not allowed to say that on here?
No, but you can say it. But
Oh. But for like
legal
for
purposes.
legal purposes.
For legal purposes.
For legal purposes, this is
We're-
apple juice.
yeah,
What was
Welch's.
that noise? Oh.
But yeah, no, but Paul is, Paul, he was enjoying himself in the pandemic. Paul's like, I don't have to go out. Christmas.
Nah,
that was
but-
his Christmas.
that shit
oh,
was
it
hell
was
for
it was
me.
lovely. I had a great time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Hated that
Now we
shit.
have to go in.
Now, when Paul started to fluoresce worse than his lights, I was like, I need to take Paul out for a walk now.
He's like, you started to look like a vampire, son.
I become pale.
I turn off the light, you like a candle.
Hey,
We don't need those neon signs, those open signs. Yep. It's just Paul. No, you like walk into his house during the pandemic and you're like, yo, is that a ghost? And no, it's just Paul. Paul's got like all the lights off. He's like, hey,
Yep. Hi.
hi. Yeah. Hi. Every time I see Paul, I don't know how he's ever gonna greet me. Sometimes he's just like, or other times he's like, hi. Like I don't know if I'm gonna get a hi or if I'm just gonna get a
Just the way.
just a wave in the air, kind of mid wave.
Yeah.
Not really waving.
But it's really special, though, to have you on the podcast this week because we say it on the podcast all the time that the lab is like our family. So we're really glad that we have people from the lab being on the podcast
Yeah, for
because
sure.
it's like this is how we are all the time. What you're hearing downstairs and all this interruption, and to me it's like,
All those bitches interrupting downstairs.
right?
All those rude ass.
There you go.
Wow.
Apple juice.
What a man.
But yeah, no, this is how we are, and we're a very productive lab.
Yeah,
right?
we are pretty
Like, we
productive.
get stuff done.
Shout out to Carlos.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout out-
Carlos
shout out
coming
to
in
my
clutch.
man.
He's the support team of the group.
Yeah, but all these other people, they're just enjoying themselves downstairs and just doing all this
I
stuff.
love them though. I
Carlos
love everyone
putting in
downstairs.
work. It's-
You know, they actually
He walking up and down them stairs. He's slaving for us.
they actually had a good idea downstairs of opening the Secret Santa gifts on the show.
on the
Oh,
podcast.
that's a good idea.
Ooh, because we did a Secret Santa.
We'll do it for a donation of $1 from each viewer, right?
I don't think they know how to donate.
Donate right now.
Donate. Go to
No
our Facebook page.
excuses.
Go to our Facebook
You're a
page.
terrible person if you
I'm
don't
gonna put
donate.
Won't know.
I'm gonna put it in our YouTube link right now.
You should donate.
Don't.
If you don't donate, you're terrible.
What? What the
Yeah.
Yep.
can't-
Get him.
you
Get
can't
him,
say
Christina.
that.
We don't like you.
No, I already called the audience. a
Don't
dumbass
watch
once.
you.
got
Don't.
this.
We won't. You can't
fuck? You
watch
guys are
us
breaking
anymore.
all the rules, aren't you?
I'm like gonna. All your viewers are just gonna like unplug right now. They'd be like, fuck
I
this.
don't blame them.
Nope. This is. But as
No,
I
I'm
said,
kidding. We love you, and I love Canadians. Honestly, all the people I've ever met in my life that are nice are Canadians. Everybody else has just been so mean to me when they meet me. But all
Oops.
Canadians are so nice.
Yeah, we
Haven't
are.
been mean to you.
Huh?
I've been nice.
Paul has not been mean to me. He's just been like too quiet.
Indifferent.
Yeah, indifferent. That's what it is.
Got him.
I like a reaction, and I can't get a reaction out of him. Like barely ever. Like for the first few like weeks that I knew Paul, I was just like, man, like does he hate me or is he like this with everyone?
Oh man, people hating on Twilight a little bit in the chat.
Oh, you guys hate on Twilight? Okay, you guys didn't watch it right.
Okay, and I just posted the link for donation in the YouTube link. So go ahead, follow that link, and donate. Thank you so much, though. Thank you, appreciate you.
If you're
for-
able
for
to,
doing
that would be very nice.
Yes.
It's always nice to give back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get back to what?
Give back to the
the,
community.
the universal energy
Yeah.
that is our world of give and take.
Paul, you're supposed to be
Entropy will
plugging
kill
this
us.
donation.
We
Plug
will
the donate.
all
You're not doing a good
become
job.
zero.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Paul, you're like you're steering it the other way. We gotta plug this donation. You're just like, nah, cancel it.
Yes.
No more.
No, yeah. No, but please, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. And yeah, I mean, heck, if they want to do the Secret Santa thing on the podcast, we can.
That'd be fun.
Absolutely. But we sort of have to get everyone on here.
Yeah.
So,
Would,
and
yes.
that would be fun, though,
That would be really fun.
to eventually get
Just
it.
like rotate out.
Yeah.
No, everyone on the couch at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if we can get everyone on the couch at the same
You know what
time.
we could do?
We could try.
We could pull the table forward and pull the couch forward and everybody stand in the back.
We could do.
We could.
We could. Oh, they're saying no.
Paolo, why you saying no, girl?
They're saying no. You see, they were talking big downstairs. They
And
were
now
talking
now
big.
that it comes down to it, they're
It's
like,
okay.
no.
No.
They're backing out now. Now
Paolo
you guys are
promised
backing
to
out.
back out.
Now you guys are
Backing
backing
out.
out. Is that how it is?
Yep.
Is that how
Get
it
him,
is?
Christina. Get him. This
That's how it is. It's just all talk downstairs.
talk.
All talk. Actions speak louder than
Get him.
words.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she
I'm
promised
just
she'd
guilting
be on the
everybody
podcast.
who's watching this thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, man, I hate that girl. That girl just like guilts me into donating. Now she's guilting all those friends that she has downstairs. Obviously, like none of those people are gonna like her if she just guilts people all the time. Shit.
This is our family though. And speaking of, I feel like our relationship advice couldn't have come at a better time because everyone over the holiday and Christmas season has to deal with family. You got family you don't like, I'm sure, that you're gonna have to deal with over the next.
No.
No? Shut up. You?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we all do. We all got that family member, man.
You got family
Or
beef.
family members.
No, I didn't.
In parentheses,
Oh. Do you?
yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. That you got to deal with, and I'm like,
Can you anonymously tell us about this person that you don't like?
Oh,
Kind of
I
want to
don't
know.
Thank you.
what family?
Or are they watching? Are they watching this right now?
No.
His
Oh.
family watches. I don't think the person he's talking
No,
about.
the person I'm talking about is not watching.
But like sometimes it's like the family members that you don't like are like family friends kind of. Like, does that count?
No.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it
'Cause,
does.
Like, they come over all the time. I don't even know why
Immigrant
I asked. It
families
does
be
count.
different. Like, family friends count.
It counts. It counts. I don't even know why I asked. It counts.
I really don't have a problem with anyone.
Like, especially,
so-
cause see, like that's the good thing about like being
White.
White? Oh my god.
I was not gonna take it there. I was gonna say about being an indifferent person. About being indifferent.
Damn. Gotta make it about race, don't you?
Yep. Oh man.
Bringing it back to what I was saying.
Shame.
That's the good thing about
No
being
shame.
an indifferent. Dang it! Now I can't get white out of my head. 'Cause you said it, I was about to say it. That's the good thing about being white. I wouldn't-
Yep. This is.
But anyways, that's the good thing about being like an indifferent person is like, I don't know. I don't know if it's my personality or like that like, or other people or like the both.
Sometimes it's like, okay, I get along better with this person or
Yeah.
less well with this person, but if you are consistently
It got quiet downstairs.
being, being a, just doing wrong,
Yeah.
just trying to, slight everyone and lie and, really try to stab people in the back
Just
all
being
the time.
slimy.
You can't do that, man. And to me, it's like, I'm not going to be fake with you.
Yeah.
Right? If you're that person, I'm going to treat you with that like that person, no matter who you are in relationship to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, no, I'm calling you out. Because it's like,
Facts.
no, I'm not pretending to be nothing here.
Yeah. And like, God, I feel like that's also like a problem with, like, cause I am very outgoing and I do like to like talk a lot and like sometimes I just say shit out of my ass and I don't think, but like also at the same time, like I'm very non-confrontational.
Mm.
So like if I do have a confrontation with someone, like it's gotta be good for me to fight with you. Like it's gotta be worth it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if it's not something that's worth me fighting over, like I'm gonna try to diffuse the situation, which I know a lot of people would think otherwise with me. But I actually do try to diffuse the situation and kind of just like leave it where it is and just like not like pester it any further.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just kind of feel like with family,
See,
you gotta love them sometimes.
I-
But dang,
I-
sometimes there's those ones that are just like,
See,
why are you like that?
I had to learn that, right? Because my instinct is definitely like, boom, right? Like it's,
Oh, to butt heads.
yeah, like it's,
My bad.
yeah, it is your bad.
I hit
See?
the, I hit the
Oh, he's already causing issues.
See?
Before you know it, this podcast will no longer exist.
Yeah.
Paul and Akshay will get into like this huge argument, never speak to each other again. It'll just be my podcast. I'll take over. It'll just be me every Wednesday night.
I will take over. So, but yeah, no, that's my instinct, and a lot of my learning and stuff from growing from undergraduate to now is really taking on that of, okay, this is how you compromise and see where that other person is coming from, and then come to a resolution together. I learned that better with family, and to me, family is harder for me to do that than anyone else. My friends and that sort of thing, I will do that stuff all day.
Yeah.
Family though, I'm like, there's so much mixed up in that sometimes.
I just feel like we get more stubborn when it comes to family too.
Mhm.
Maybe because like we're so like comfortable with a lot of the people that are there during like while like any sort of situation is
or
occurring.
you just have higher expectations.
Right, or you just have higher expectations, and it's just
Right.
like, I don't know. I feel like I don't really get into issues with like people, but when it comes to family, like man, I just find myself sometimes getting to like these confrontations I don't want to be in, and it just makes me wonder like, is it me? Is it like my family? Is it like just me and my family? Like sometimes, like not all my family. I love a lot of my family. We get along so well, but like there are those certain members that you just like you butt heads with them. And it's just like it makes me wonder like how can I like avoid this from happening? Because it's like it's one of those things where like you go to like let's say like your grandparents' house, you know you're gonna see this person and you like dread seeing them because you know like there's gonna be an issue. You know like they're gonna say something that's just gonna, and sometimes I just have to like keep my mouth shut. But man, it's just like I just want to know how I can avoid it other than like not seeing them because I can't just not see them. You know, like it's like one thing if you don't like a person that you see like on the street or like a friend of a friend, like you can avoid them.
Right.
But like family, like man, you can't avoid them. You just
Can't avoid them.
can't. That's the problem.
If you try hard enough.
All right, well, we're talking this guy who like went in hiding during the pandemic. If he could do that, anything's possible.
I did not go in hiding.
He went
I was
MIA.
exactly here.
He went in hiding.
And I let
right
it know
in
I
this
was
room.
here.
He hid in one spot and told everyone.
Yep.
And then was like, I will stay here.
I will stay here. This is my hole.
I just got cat hair in my mouth.
Oh.
That's cute. At least because I like keep leaving my cup on like the floor because I don't want to spill it on your expensive ass shit.
You know I cut a hole in the table, right?
What?
Like 3 times.
He did.
You can put it on.
Is there a hole in the table right now?
Yeah, where the microphone is.
Right where your microphone is.
I'm so dumb. I thought this was like just like attached.
No. I cut a hole so the microphone would fit.
Oh, Paul, you're different, man.
Paul's
You're different. If I tried to cut a hole in the table, do you know what would happen to the table? That shit would break apart. that shit would fall apart. Like I would get it at some sort of angle.
You know what happened to me? Just get the shit beat out.
Oh no, yeah, I'd probably hurt myself as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, definitely like I would somehow get it at an angle like where I'm drilling the table and all of a sudden just break apart.
I feel like there were
Can't do
2
that.
engineers like you and Paul making the Titanic.
What?
Yo, it was probably me and my past self who made that fucking
Paul
ship.
was the engineer who drew up all the blueprints and did like 80% of the work. And then he was like, hey, Christina, put in 2 screws.
You
I got this, Paul.
follow-
I got it.
follow-
No problem. Nothing's gonna happen to the ship. It's just gonna go
Read
well.
the instructions.
No, see, okay, that I wouldn't do. I think that's the issue. It's like I know there's always these people who like read all the instructions, like they read everything on the instructions, whatever. If those instructions don't have fucking pictures, I'm guesstimating. I'm guessing where this nail goes. I'm guessing like what I have to hammer. I'm guessing what I have to screw. Like sometimes I don't even screw the nail. Like I'm bad. I'm terrible. That's why I have Carlos.
You know what you would like? Legos.
I love Legos. I love Legos, but I like the big ones.
There's no
The
instructions.
small
They're
ones
all
are too.
pictures.
Yeah, but the small ones are too. It takes too long.
Yeah.
I need the big ones. Like, you know, like the big ones I'm talking about. Like
Oh,
when we
yeah.
were kids, you play with like those like little
blocks, yep.
I just make like a little castle and I'm done.
I built like a couple 1,000-piece carousel, and it actually moves and all that.
You see, I ain't
How
got
many
the patience
pieces?
for that. A couple thousand.
Couple thousand.
I ain't got patience
Nah,
for that.
I do 5 blocks and I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm building my little castle with my big Legos and
Some
I'm
of
knocking
us-
that shit over and
you
I'm
might
done.
you might get those like big building blocks.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
I'd be so happy like if I
Those
got
knockoff
those. That's like so
Legos.
nostalgic for me. I used to love those Legos, but it couldn't be the small ones. Fuck the small,
Yeah.
like the little like Star Wars one. My dad loves that shit. My dad's like a huge nerd about those things, and so like I remember for Christmas one year we got him like it was like a Legos to make like the helmet of like the. God, you guys watch Star Wars?
Yep.
The white what are they called?
Stormtrooper.
The Stormtrooper. It was like to make like that helmet, and like he was so excited about it, and I was like, man, couldn't be me. But I'm glad he liked it because I
Yeah.
bought it and it was really fucking expensive. But
Legos are really
Legos
expensive.
are pretty expensive for like little things that you have to end up doing all the work for. That's expensive.
Part of the fun.
You see, there's
not fun for me.
there's 1,000-piece Lego people and there's 5 block people. Okay.
5 block. I'm the 5 block. If you couldn't tell.
You guys don't understand
I'm
complexity.
definitely in
Uh,
that group. I'm like,
the girl who shouldn't build the
doot
Titanic.
doot, finished.
And then you knock it over. That's the fun part. See, like,
Oh
if
my
I
God.
tried to build, like, those 1,000-piece ones, I would have somebody else build it for me and then break it.
Oh man.
It's so satisfying.
Would actually
Well, because
hate
I
you.
didn't do all the work. No, I know. That would probably pain whoever did it, and I'm so sorry, but I'd be so tempted.
You know what I saw on social media the other day? That like at Legoland or whatever, there's a, you know that you walk on like hot coals thing that you can do. They have a pit where you walk on Legos.
Oh, that is painful. Oh my God. So I have like 2 little half brothers, and so when I was 8 years old, like the first one was born, and so I kind of like raised them since I was like helped raise them like when I was like 9, 8 years old, and so I have these distinct memories of like stepping on his fucking Legos, and so like when I would step on it, like the first time, ouch, that fucking hurt, right?
Yeah.
The second time, I actually got angry at that child. I got angry at my baby. He was like fucking 2 years old, and I wanted to beat the shit out of him.
It's
I
on
was
you.
like, why did you leave that Lego there? Bro, I like
So
I
aggressive.
yeah, I know.
You gotta find your
I
inner
need
zen.
a therapist.
No.
I need a psychologist.
No, I
I actually got angry at that little baby.
No.
Oh my God, I got so pissed. I was like, why would he leave the Lego there? And then like I would like bring the baby to the Lego and be like, don't leave that there.
Don't
And then
let
like put him away. I was like,
Baby,
okay. I was
baby,
like 9,
don't
like
leave that
10 years
there.
old,
Yeah.
like telling a baby not to leave a Lego there. I
Start
didn't
shaking
even know.
him vigorously.
Yeah, I was like, stop leaving Lego.
I feel like that's the same effect I have when I'm like Yogi, because Yogi will sometimes take his ball, my dog, and leave it right by the door. I walk in, I start playing with him, and he starts going around my legs, and I turn around and I almost kill myself on the
On the
I'm
ball,
like,
you could trip on those things.
I'm like, Yogi, bad Yogi, why you put your ball there?
He's like, bro, I was just
He's
playing
like,
with you, chill.
"What?" He's like, what do I do?
Chill, bro.
I'm like-
I was literally just playing with you.
I'm like, no, don't leave your ball there again. And he's
It's
just,
like when you get mad at people for doing things that they have absolutely no,
No
control
control.
over. But it's just like sometimes you just need someone to blame
yep. Or-
and not yourself.
Yeah. It's not my fault, it's the dog.
It's not my fault. It's never my fault. It could never be my fault. That's a terrible way of thinking, actually.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Yeah.
know people like that?
Oh, yeah.
Not
Oh,
me.
yeah.
I was totally kidding about it. But do you guys know people who like it's
Jordan
never their
Peterson
fucking
brings
fault?
up personal responsibility. There's a lot of people that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that bring
Like
up.
and like just people with like self-awareness. I know so many people who just are not aware
Just
of like
oblivious to
how they
everything.
behave, just how they behave and like what they say to people, and it's just like God, like you are like literally the worst kind of person. Because like at least if you're gonna be an asshole, be aware that you're an asshole.
You see, that's my dilemma. I'm abrasive and I realize it.
Yeah.
And then I don't do much to correct it. So I don't know
I
if
feel
that
that way.
makes me worse than the person who's completely unaware that they're abrasive and just go through life willfully ignorant because they don't know.
So basically, you're a dick, and you know you're a dick.
Well, that's a nice way to summarize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of agree with you. Like, not about you. I agree with you about myself. Like, I'm kind of like that, too, where it's like, I know the kind of person I am. I know I can be, like, kind of... And for all of you watching, I am, like, joking 99.9% of the time. You guys
Exactly.
know. Like, I'm joking,
Exactly.
like, almost 100% of the time. I am joking. Like, everything that comes out of my mouth, do not take it seriously. Do not take it literally. It's false. It is all false.
Yes.
But I do tend to be like very like kind of like I come off like very aggressive sometimes. And like and I'm aware of it. I'm aware that I'm aggressive. But it's like there are people who like are like that, but they're not aware. So like a lot of the things they say, like they don't realize like how that could affect somebody else, right? Like I try not to like make jokes to someone or like about someone, but I kind of like I make jokes generally. You know, because like I do know like there are people and like there are people who have like actually hurt my feelings from like not being like self-aware or like being aware that they are kind of just being a dick in the moment. You know?
But
God, people suck.
but that's my, you see, I've run into that issue before, right? Where it's like everything for me is a joke. And I'll joke every 1,000 times and I will, no, see, you're nice. I will make jokes at other people's expense.
I try not to do that. I know I used
All
to do
the
that
time.
though. Like I do not judge you for that at all because I used to do that, and I realized like shit, like I hurt that person's feelings. Like I try to like be very aware and like avoid doing that.
Yeah. My rule is that like,
They gotta be able to take a joke.
No. It's not like I don't know how to explain it. It's not like sometimes I can like make a joke with like for example I make jokes with Paola all the time, and like sometimes it'll be like about Paola and like sometimes she'll make jokes about me and like we get it because like that's our dynamic. But like it's one thing to do that. It's another thing to like pick at something that you know is like someone's like insecurity, for example, that they like confided in you, and like there are people who do that. Like there are people who like and you're just like holy shit, like you're kind of malicious. Like why would you make a joke at their expense knowing that that's something that they're kind of like pretty insecure about, like that's something that like they confided in you know?
yeah.
So it's like that like I definitely try to avoid, but there are times where like I'm just like shit, it just like slips out. I don't mean it for it to, but it's just like ugh, fuck. And like I'm also like a person who has had to learn how to apologize because like growing up like in my household like I'm Cuban for like nobody here probably fucking knows except you guys, but I'm Cuban, and like in a Cuban household sometimes like in a Hispanic household just generally like not all households obviously, but like at least in mine like apologizing is not really a thing. Like it's almost like instead of like if my mom did something or said something to hurt my feelings, like instead of like just straight up being like yeah I'm really sorry and like talking to me about it, instead she'll bring me like food like as a way of being like sorry kind of thing. But
Yeah.
like she'll never say it. And so like growing up, I never really had that experience of like actually apologizing to people.
Yeah.
And so obviously like I had to learn how to do that being in a relationship. And, you know, having friends, I had to learn how to do that. But, man, it was so hard at first. And, like, I talk about this with my sister because she also is going through the same thing. And she's still having a hard time, like, apologizing and realizing, like, her toxic traits. Because we all have toxic traits.
Oh, yeah.
All of us. We're all fucking toxic, right? In our own ways. Some of us more than others, but, like, a lot of us are toxic. And we have to learn how, like, we have to be self-aware to realize, okay, like, that was pretty toxic. And we have to, like, learn how to apologize. It's just, like, growing up, I had a hard time, like, God, apologizing was just not a thing in my house. It was not whatsoever. I don't know about like in your house.
Yeah,
but-
no, man. The apologizing, that's not a thing we grew up with. It was like, even if I was telling this to my parents when I was home for Thanksgiving, I was like, even when your parents were wrong, they knew they were wrong.
Yeah.
They doubled down and they're like, no, because I
They were
said
never
so.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was that. And to me, it's like, as you said, again, being in a relationship is one of the things that helped me be aware of, okay, how to do that.
Yeah.
How to do that effectively. And then also balance it with, I got into improv and comedy and that sort of thing. And we're constantly cracking on each other there. Like, and we're constantly cracking on people and jokes and all that thing. And it's understanding that there's a time and place for that.
Right.
And that there's also a time and place for, you know, to be serious. If you're doing that all the time with your friends all the time, they're going to get pretty sick and tired of you because it's just constant, right? That people want that genuine interaction as well.
Yeah.
And to know that you see their really good qualities and be able to acknowledge that.
Right. Yeah. And like that's always been a worry of mine. Like with my friends, is like those who are close to me know. Like I am jokes 99% of the time, but like also like. I am like self-aware and like and I do appreciate like a lot of my friendships and like my relationship, but it's like because I'm like that, I don't want people to think like I'm just like never appreciative or like I don't like truly acknowledge like my friend as a person. That's I don't know, that's always been like a big like worry of mine. If I do have any worries, that's the only one. Otherwise, I'm perfect.
But
Why
that's,
are you laughing? It wasn't a joke. That
Wow.
one wasn't a joke. That was like my 0.1% truth right there.
But that's my worry about being in a relationship is because I have these very irreverent moments 90% of the time.
yeah.
And then 10% of the time, I'm very empathetic and very, you know, genuine in that stuff. And I can switch between the two very quickly.
Right.
And that throws people for a loop.
Yeah.
It
Nah, but I can
confuses
keep
the
up with it,
hell-
though.
but again, relationship-wise, though, that's
Oh,
one of
yeah,
the
relationship-wise,
that's one of the
definitely-
hurdles.
yeah.
That's one of the hurdles for me, where it's like to get someone who doesn't say they understand it,
Yeah.
actually understands that,
Yeah.
right? That is a huge thing
Yeah.
for me.
And that's also something I learned from my family, like being jokes 99% of the time. Like a lot of Cubans, like we're jokes like all the time.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the jokes are at people's expense sometimes. And so I kind of had to like not unlearn it because I still do it sometimes,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like I definitely have had to like switch around the way I joke. Like instead of doing it at someone's expense, it's more like general or like, you know, just like little things like that. But
How's that airline food?
Do you ever notice that? Yeah. No, but for instance,
Shitty jokes.
my uncles
super shitty.
and that's
super shitty, Paul.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Oh, I'm
I didn't
sorry.
even laugh. Lame. Get out. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, Paul, lame.
But my uncles, you know,
Your
it's
Uncle
part of the
Buddy.
Hindu tradition is that, you know, the sons and so on, for anyone who's passed on, you do the last rites. When my grandmother passed away, they're doing the last rites, and my uncles cracked a couple jokes, right? Because it's just how we as a family deal and cope. And at one time, I'm like, okay, yeah, we joked and that sort of thing, but also it's our way of dealing with tragedy as well.
Yeah.
Like it's our way of coping and getting through it together.
Yeah.
Because we're all sharing in the same, you know, sorrow, but we're also sharing in the same, you know, let's try to turn it into a positive light too and
Yeah.
try to stay positive and together. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
And you don't get many of those moments in times like that. And I'm like, I leave it to anyone to tell me that that's wrong.
Right.
Right? That
yeah.
you shouldn't do that. That that's
Yeah.
somehow that's you shouldn't do that and stop it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't get on board with that.
Yeah, for sure. No, I 100% understand. Actually, now that we're like kind of on the topic of like relationships and all of that, I kind
Okay.
of want to ask Paul that question I asked you earlier.
What?
So,
Go for it.
what's a bigger red flag to you? You ready?
Sure.
Higher relationship count or higher body count? Because I'm kind of curious on like Paul's take on this.
Because Paul's deep.
Paul is indifferent, never biased,
He's quiet but deep.
quiet but deep.
Both are pretty
Actually,
big
no.
red flags. I'm not gonna lie.
Both?
Both are pretty bad.
Yeah, agreed.
But which one's worse? I'd
Yeah.
probably say body count.
Body count. Okay, interesting. Why? And then, like, when I say relationship count, I'm talking about like people who like get into one relationship and then like immediately like we could give it like a month maybe jump into another relationship and like it's like constant. They're like almost never alone. And like let's say they've done it like 20 times, whereas like somebody has a body count of like super high body count. Like to you, the body count is worse.
I think it depends on what you value more.
Okay.
So higher relationship count, there would be a issue with commitment, in my opinion.
Agreed.
I think with the body count, they have a low self-worth, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But
But what about those
They
people
don't
who just like have
value-
sex and okay, but like what about those people who have sex not because of they feel like they have low self-worth, but because they just fucking enjoy sex. Like this shit's great. Right?
Okay.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. That man likes sex.
I
He was
still
putting
would
it
say,
he was putting it in many holes. I'm sorry, because you said Tiger Woods. I had
I
to.
think
That's
I'd
a good
still say
one.
body count.
Body count?
Yeah. I can't quite explain why.
I was gonna ask you why.
I'm trying to think of a
Should
good
go eat your
explanation,
food.
if that makes sense.
Because herpes.
Get away. You have herpes.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. She totally doesn't have herpes.
Yeah.
Paul's cat does not have herpes.
No.
No
hope.
herpes.
Oh, man.
Okay, so you say body count.
Body
then.
count.
Yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
Wait, what did you say earlier?
I said relationship
He said relationship.
What was your reasoning on that?
because I was like, that person might not like to be introspective. And to me, if someone has a high body count, well, they might be looking for something physical. If there's a person who's wants to get into a relationship, that is, for me, it's like a more long-term thing, and you're not introspective,
So,
red flag.
Red cup and flag.
I don't know. I guess for me, it's not always physical. It's more of connection kind of deal.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, for body count, it's like this person is clearly either at that level or they were at that level or something about that. There's a chance that even about their introspective that they could be introspective about it, right? Whereas the person who's in the relationship and going through relationships all the time, there is a very low chance that person is introspective about what they've been through.
I can see that. But I'm probably still not going to change my mind on that.
Paul, that was kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why we
He
work.
was like, for me, it's not about sex. How dare this girl come on here and just talk
Well-
about sex?
Most of the time, like, talking to people, it's whether they say something interesting, because I have really bad ADD.
He's got a low attention span. This man's like, you better say some good shit
If-
or I'm out.
If you don't catch my interest, then you don't exist in my world.
Oh my!
So
No, and that is true.
that's how,
Paul's
like, indifferent I
being
am.
honest right now. Bruh.
Which is kind of an issue.
But I feel like you're so at peace with yourself though.
I am.
Because of that. Like, and I'm kind of jealous of you for that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, obviously, like I am like so happy with like everybody I have around me, but I just wish like sometimes I could just like not give a fuck. You know?
It's not that I don't give a fuck.
No, it's not that you don't give a fuck, but it's more of like you can be like you can like I feel like you can like emotionally like detach yourself from like for example, if someone's like toxic in your life, I feel like you can just emotionally detach yourself and be like, all right, that's not good for me, like I'm out.
Oh, easily.
Right, and like that I'm jealous of because it's like kind of like I can't do that sometimes.
Your mic stand needs some sildenafil citrate.
Yeah, your mic stand was about to knock out.
Need some Cialis.
Your mic stand was like, all right, stop speaking. Enough of this cheesy shit.
But that can also be a problem in which you can easily detach from things, because that is an escape mechanism, and
Do you
it can
do you think that that's what it results? Like, do you think like for you that's what it results from? Like it's an escape mechanism for you?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that about you, Paul.
I grew up in a family that yelled a lot, so easiest way to deal with that is just not listen at all.
Shit, I yell a lot.
Two sides to every coin.
I yell a lot, Paul. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for yelling.
I've had conversations with Akshay a lot about like just thinking, just thinking.
So you're
in my
kind of
own
like
mind
so
space.
like all right. So if you ever get into an argument with someone, are you like that type of person who like you're like, all right, I need like you're not the type of person to like want to resolve it right away, right? Like you need time to think about it.
It depends on what the argument is, because some arguments can be solved right away, that need to be solved right away, and some problems need some thought to it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
So there are solutions that I can come up with quickly. They're not going to be the best of solutions,
right?
But some problems need some thought to it, and I can ponder some solutions to that over time.
Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah.
Because it does depend on the situation. Like it does depend on the argument. But I'm kind of like the person who like wants to resolve it right away even though it might not be the best way to resolve it. Because I don't like confrontation.
For me, when I get upset, I typically just walk away and get really quiet. And the best way to approach me is
like
just
Carlos.
to leave me alone for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then talk later.
Mm-hmm. That's how my man is.
Mm-hmm.
Carlos is like that. And like I'm not like that. So like I was like telling Akshay earlier like I kind of have to like learn how to deal with that in our relationship. And why am I talking so quiet? I had to learn how to deal with that.
Yep.
I think I'm making her
Well,
talk
yeah,
quiet.
you're like making me talk really quiet, Paul. Oh my god.
It's working.
That's insane.
Passing on my...
we were having like a super quiet conversation. We were having like ASMR.
I'm just passing on my calmness.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no one's ever done that to me before.
Oh my god.
She feeds off of other people's energy.
I
You two are horrible
obviously.
together.
Maybe I need it. Maybe I need that in my life.
That's why you have Carlos
Like,
around.
yeah, literally. Like, because I'm not super duper loud around. Actually, babe, am I loud around you? He says
so.
so. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. But like I feel like when he's very calm, like my energy is also pretty calm. I feed off. I'm like a fucking, what are they called? A parasite. I'm like a fucking parasite.
But most animals.
I'm like a
do
leech.
That, no? Most animals do that. Like I've heard.
Most animals, you're like most animals do that.
Most animals
Just
do
like
that.
Fucking leech.
This mic is fucked.
No. Guess you're holding
She ain't
your
no
mic.
human.
Yep, I'm holding my mic.
Yeah. No, but like no, I've heard of like yogis and stuff in India that they're like meditating, and then like in the jungle or whatever, and all of a sudden like cobras and stuff will come out, and they just sit up and they just chill with the yogi, just sitting there in a meditation sort of trance state with them.
So dogs feed off your energy. It doesn't matter what you say. It depends on how you say it.
That's probably why
So
my dog
if you
is whack
sound
as fuck.
really, really mad, even though you're saying a nice thing, they will like kind of like calm, like ears back, kind of sad. If you say it with like a really excited tone, they'll get really, really happy.
I'm learning a lot on this podcast. Shit.
But
Probably why my dog is whack as fuck.
Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer, that's like all of his way of training dogs. He's like, no, dog don't need training. Human need training.
She needs training. She needs therapy.
He's like, when you're tense and you're anxious, the dog wants to like jump on its leash.
How about I just restart? Maybe I need to restart. Do I have a restart button? Can I just restart? Let's start over.
What time? Oh, it's almost 9:30.
Oh
So-
shit!
We can keep going.
We can keep going though, but the conversation's going good. But
I hope people
I mean,
watching are actually like.
It's not gonna be the
enjoying this.
first or
I hope
last
I'm not boring
podcast for the
people.
year.
last podcast for the year. It's gonna be a while till we.
really? Oh, you guys had
do it
me on
again.
a really special one.
Yeah, we didn't go
Oh
up our
my
Christmas
God.
special for nothing.
Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah.
Christmas special with Christina.
Christmas
I
special.
know. I used to call Christmas Christmas because, like, in my family, my nickname is Chrissy. Like, no one really calls me Christina except you guys, which, like,
So-
I've gotten used to now. But,
My brother's point of view.
anyways, since they're ignoring me.
I'm sorry.
No. I'm kidding. But actually, in my family, like, they call me Chrissy, and so Christmas is Christmas for me. It's not Christmas.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's probably more my stance on it,
Okay. Yeah.
if that makes sense.
They're, like, talking in, like,
Um,
code.
My
and I have
my
no idea
brother
what's
is
going
texting
on.
me while I'm on the show. He's a viewer, and
Hello, Paul's brother.
yeah,
How old is he?
31. We're going to be 31.
He's gonna be 31. Oh, you have an older brother.
Yes.
Brothers are great. I
Yes.
love my younger brother.
He is
He's great.
He is great.
I love brothers.
I love having him around. I'm actually gonna go see him this weekend.
No way.
Yes.
You like having him around. You see, you do like having people around. Just certain people.
He's pleasant to be around.
That seemed like it was aimed at me.
Oh. You're about to throw down.
I'm literally not gonna leave because we have food here. If there was no food right now, I'd walk. I'd like
And apple juice.
an apple juice. Where's my? Actually, I kind of almost finished mine.
Oh, I'm done my apple juice.
Yeah, I
But-
finished mine too.
My apple juice been done. But yeah.
That was aimed at me, and I don't appreciate it.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting you views right now, Paul.
You are.
I'm probably not. You guys probably have the same amount of viewers right now. Actually, probably less people than usual. They're
It-
like, oh, this girl.
Average is about 8-ish.
Yeah.
Most are friends and family.
Yeah.
Hello, friends and family.
Yeah. And donate.
And donate, or you're a terrible person. You're the scum of the scums.
If we ever get ad reads, I need Christina to just record all of them. That's like, look.
I'll just like do that one thing where it's like, or you're a terrible person. You guys can just add that at the end of your ad.
Yeah.
Donate, or
Oh.
you're fucking terrible.
So do you want to like rotate out and do gifts?
We can.
I
Do they
love
want?
gifts.
But I heard no's from downstairs.
Yeah, what's the consensus downstairs? You guys want to open gifts up here or what?
Yeah. I think they're
Are they already opening
Let's-
gifts downstairs? That
let's
would be
see.
so mean. Can you imagine if they're just
don't
like, they're like,
think
all
they
right,
are.
forget these people. We don't fucking
be
need them.
offended.
Can you imagine they're just like, nah, fuck these people. We don't need them.
I'd be offended.
They're just gonna open our gifts. Huh? Should we come up here and open our gifts?
Here, let me go check downstairs.
I don't know.
Go
If they
check
haven't-
downstairs.
You guys haven't
Will you
already
hold my
opened
mic?
our
Yeah,
gifts.
go check downstairs and be like, at least if they want to come on, whoever wants to come on for us to sign off.
Yeah, Paula,
them
you better
come up.
get your ass up here, girl.
Come on.
Come on
on. So then we can sign off at least with everybody.
Yeah. God, I feel like I had so many stories I didn't get to share. I'm a woman full of stories. You know that.
We're gonna have you on again.
Yeah, I definitely have to come on again.
Absolutely.
I have too many stories I have to tell you guys.
Absolutely gonna.
If you
have
guys want the Domino's pizza story,
comment, subscribe,
subscribe,
like,
subscribe, be loyal,
yeah,
be wonderful.
Be-
Actually, you guys are wonderful because you guys are already watching. So
yeah.
that I
No.
appreciate you guys not like leaving while I'm on here because you guys are probably like, yeah, this girl, she won't stop. She's loud, she's annoying, she just says whatever comes out of her ass, and it's true.
Yeah.
I do.
Not gifts. Anyone who just wants to come on and say, boy.
Okay. Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, say bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yep.
wrapping it up. Before everybody else comes up here and like ruins this, I just want to say that you guys have been so wonderful,
Oh.
so loyal to Akshay and Paul, because they're actually very interesting people. So, thank you, and donate or you're terrible. And we don't like people who are terrible. But please donate. It'll be, if you can. It would be nice.
Donate.
It's
Yes.
good. It's always good to give back. And I always say that, and like Paul was like, give back to what? Give back. Period.
There we go.
All right,
we
we
got
got
Jack
Jack.
braving it.
Yeah, baby Jack,
So,
Jack.
and Carlos, jump on. Yeah,
Yes.
jump on in.
This is
People
my
gotta see
board.
Carlos.
Come
Christina,
on.
scoot down, and then we'll get Carlos on this side.
Okay.
This is
Jack,
my
you can
lovely
jump on the
man,
chair.
Carlos
Paul, come here.
Sat up here.
Hello, peoples.
He said hello, peoples.
All right. So this is a small subset of the Lab family, but
Yeah, there's a few more downstairs.
we are more interesting than the Brady Bunch. I'll give it that much.
Yeah.
So
So we got Carlos over here on the far end.
What's up,
We
everybody?
got Jack.
Jack John.
Jack.
Oh,
Jack.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Want to say a few things?
Just say hi.
I'm good, man. I mean,
He's
Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry
Holidays.
Christmas, Happy
Um,
Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Is it
Great
Happy
group of
Kwanzaa?
guys right here. You know, tune
Happy
into the
holidays.
podcast. Very
Yeah.
knowledgeable, very smart guys.
He's a Lions fan, so not a smart guy himself, but I mean.
Sending donations to
Ooh,
the suffering
we're
Lions
dissing our
fans.
special guest. Our special 1 minute
Oh,
guest
he's
right
definitely
now
not
is
coming
being
back.
And
dissed.
never coming
Not
back.
coming back after that one.
Okay.
Getting banned because he's a Lions fan.
No. Lions fans we can have on. We banned the Vikings fans, but that's for a whole different reason. But I want to say to our viewers, everyone here, everyone downstairs, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Please stay safe, and please donate to Damn Worth It. And it's really great for mental health. Stay safe, enjoy time with your families this holidays, and we'll see you in 2022.
Yo,
Or if you catch
2022.
us on the 18th stream, right?
18th, we're not doing a stream.
No, not our stream. Someone else's stream. Donation stream.
No, they're not doing a stream.
Oh, they're not doing a stream.
No,
Just
fashion
donate.
and art.
Just make sure you
Just
donate,
donate.
or you're terrible.
Just donate.
You're a terrible fucking person.
Whoa.
If you don't donate.
Whoa.
Terrible.
They
Absolutely
might not
terrible.
donate now.
Oh no, please donate.
Don't.
It would be nice if you
Don't
donate.
stop insulting our viewers.
I'm not insulting them. I'm just telling them the way of
What
life.
the hell?
No, you guys are wonderful, but donate.
Oh my gosh.
I actually need to donate, so I don't even know what
Alright.
I'm talking about.
From
I
our
need to donate.
dysfunctional
We need to wrap
family
this
to
up.
yours.
Yeah, we didn't
Happy
wrap this up before I
holidays.
say something.
Happy
I'm gonna get
holidays,
canceled.
everybody.
Happy holidays.
Bye bye.
Oh, one
Alright.
second.
Oh, get it off.
Oh,
Oh.
goodbye.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
And then turn off the sound.
All right.
There we go. Now we're
That
out.
was fun.
Good job.